Well, our next guest offers up what we think is the best canned albacore tuna in the world. The company is Oregon's Choice, a small family-owned fishing business offering only the finest quality custom canned albacore, tuna, salmon, and other seafood products. Oregon's Choice Gourmet Albacore is unique among canned tuna because it is produced by an individual fisherman. With us from Oregon's Choice are the company owners, Captain Herb and Ginny Goblersch. Thank you for coming, guys.
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Nice to have you. So tell us, how did this company get started, Ginny?
Well, Herb's my husband, and he's the fisherman. And about 25 years ago, we started selling our fish whole, albacore tuna and Chinook salmon, off our boat directly to the public. And Herb's always taken such great pride in producing really high-quality fish.
Sure.
That he wanted to make sure that other people could enjoy it and wasn't just delivered to a plant mixed up with everybody else's.
That's wonderful.
So people in Oregon, especially on the coast, love to can their own tuna, home canned tuna. There's nothing better.
It's a coastal secret.
Yeah, so we made arrangements with a small cannery in Oregon and started having our product done to our specifications so that we could share this all over the country.
Well, what makes this canned tuna, the albacore, so different from the others on the store shelves?
It's the way Herb and his crew takes care of the fish on the boat, and they take a lot of extra steps, and the fish are caught just one at a time, not in mass, just singly caught on hook and line. And I can let Herb explain a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can tell you why they're healthier and lower in mercury than what you find in the major canned tuna at the store.
Okay.
Because we fish the surface with jigs. We troll the surface and we catch young fish. Once a fish reaches 5 years of age, they start to spawn, and then they go out in the middle of the Pacific and go deep, and they're caught by a different fishing method called long lining. Now that's the fish, the big old fish that the major canners prefer, because they get a better recovery from them.
There's more of it.
And they're leaner, yeah. They get a better recovery waste to meat ratio.
Right.
And so when you buy a can of major brand from all over the world, in U.S. and all over the world, it's probably longline fish. And now those fish are also leaner than the surface jig fish, the young fish we catch, because they're actively migrating between Japan and the West Coast every summer and actively feeding on the warm current. And the major canners use a different canning method. They pre-cook the fish, which means they take the fish out of the freezer, put them on racks, run them into an oven, and cook them before they can them.
Okay.
And they lose the oil in the fish, and the reason they do that pre-cooking is, one, they get the best recovery by flaking the fish right down to the bone in the cooking process. And the second reason is that the oil is rendered off the fish, and that's the first thing to turn rancid with properly handled fish, improperly handled. And if the fisherman doesn't take proper care on the boat, the oil is rancid and canneries have a problem.
Wow.
And the reason we don't have to pre-cook is that we catch the fish, there aren't any bad fish.
Right.
We know the pedigree of everyone that comes aboard.
Wonderful.
And we take special pains to kill them immediately and bleed them and flash freeze them. And so when ours go to our custom cannery, all they have to do is thaw them and hand fillet them, trim them, weigh each amount 6 ounces or 7 3/4.
Wow.
Put it in the can, seal the lid, and that's all there is. There's no added hydrolyzed vegetable protein or any other additives.
Extremely
it's just salt.
fresh.
All
and
natural,
salt.
solid,
fresh.
packed fish.
Now, what about the health benefits to the albacore tuna? There's a lot of publicity on what's good for you, what's not. I don't know.
Well, as Herb said, there's nothing added to our fish. What you see in the can is solid packed white albacore tuna, and the oil is the natural oil in the fish. So you've got all the omega-3s, all the natural nutrition that people, the doctors are recommending for heart health and general well-being, and it's all packed into the can, not drained away.
It doesn't lose any nutritional value.
No nutritional value is lost at all.
Now let's talk about also the canned salmon as well. That's really, sounds good, smells good.
This is troll Chinook from the Oregon coast.
Okay.
And it's probably the healthiest salmon you're going to find anywhere. And the reason is we catch these fish while they're actively feeding in the ocean. So they're at their peak of nutrition every day.
Sure.
And most salmon that you find, either fresh or canned, that come from Alaska, and most production actually is caught in terminal fisheries. That means the salmon has lived its life at sea and is getting ready to go up the rivers to spawn. So it stops feeding. And that means it has to live every day off the fats and nutrients it has stored in its body.
Right.
Plus it has to develop the eggs and the sperm for spawning.
Right.
So every day that goes by, the fish is lesser quality. Whereas our fish, and it's been tested that way, it tested several times higher
Wow.
than other salmon. And at first we didn't understand it until we figured it out that that's
The
That's
nutritional
pretty neat.
values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do you
so
two?
you can see the fat on the top of the can.
Yeah.
That and the oil, that's all.
Smells wonderful.
There's nothing added to this. That's the oil and the fat from the fish itself, as in with our tuna.
Do you two have a favorite secret fishing spot you might share? Or no? Since you
Well-
go out so much, in case I get to the area. No.
You know, no, I have to say we just fish off the northwest waters, and they're very clean and
Pristine
unpolluted.
and beautiful. Yeah, they really
Yeah.
are up there. And
It's beautiful
couldn't
there.
have a better product, I'm telling you. And the artwork design, I must compliment you, beautiful. You're your own artist, you told me before.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
anyway, we want to thank you two for coming and visiting.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much. Now, I know your mouths are watering at home, and I'm going to tell you where you can go to place your orders. The website to visit is www.oregonschoice.com, or you can call them toll free at 877-289-8862. You can also find them in some select stores, and once again, the website to visit for you folks at home where you can order is www.oregonschoice.com. Be sure to visit them today.